What's up, folks? Science Morning Update, August 6th. Quite a few days here. It's been wild. This is back from April, and these are all the open and closes right here into 1721 area that kept going. Here's more, right? This is down in the 20. So that 1821, 1822, which is exactly where we parked, was very important. And if we take a look at the monthly, this was your open and close for April and May. So that's substantial, and that's probably why we park there. Now, if we lose that, it's going to get real interesting. I do like the 5100.05 level, but I think that what I'd really look at is the 83 or 8085 level for a downside. This is how far we have to go back. You had two parks here at that 05, so that could be important. But then, look, another 20 close. But then we get into this 83. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. 71 could stop. 5032 is the death. So again, I would assume today they will defend this 1822 level. They're trying to hike it up now. This open and close at the 49.52 level is going to be important. We're above it now. Upside, we had the 74. So that 75 level, basically, we get above that and I can look bullish. We did do that last night. Then we parked at the 5300.05 level. So ideally, we need above 05 for this to get going. And then we get into the 40 level here. And then that 70, 75 up here. So again, that's 100 up. So I don't know today. It's going to be real interesting. Quite the consolidation. I mean, it's funny, it's 80 points, but this is considered consolidation after we moved, 200 and some odd points, and we've been moving 100 points a day. So I would assume with VIX still at 31 that we will move, but this 48.52 is going to be a great over-under, and it, for this open and close. 37 is your pivot. We dipped below that last night. 27 was your low. So again, that 99, 98, 04 should hold. If not, then we come back down. I do like that S1 at 51.30 because I think they'll front run that 1822 level. But again, we get down below that, and then it's all bets are off. Here's your 100 days at 50.96. So we kind of came close to that. Excuse me, that's the 200 day on the daily. So again, we lose that, and it's going to get real interesting. I would expect they defend it. I was expecting an update today. We will see if that materializes. Here's your weekly. You're at your basically your R2 or R1 on the yearly pivot. We did pop above the R2. Now I just use these for reference. They don't typically hold, as you can tell. It's not exact science here, but because this is a yearly pivot, but your yearly pivot point's 51.21. Here's the magic 200 day on the weekly. Here's COVID, right? So we lost it, and this was the big panic. But every other dip has tapped it, right? So I can't see why, we tapped it here, right? We came down into October of last year or 2 years ago, and then rallied up. So it's a long way to that, and that's kind of what I look at. That 53.56 is there. So, I'm not saying this comes all the way down. What I'm saying is from a macro sense, it's got room to drop and then retreat. Now, everybody is expecting a rebound like COVID, right? Everybody's expecting this. I'm not convinced we're going to get that. I think the biggest pain trade is that we continue to grind. So we've had our big moves. We start to consolidate and we just grind down. Now, I could totally be wrong, but that would probably be the most pain for everybody. And that's kind of how I look at markets. Here's your SPX. So crazy day yesterday. Left basically a 100-point cash gap, 45 to 50, 53.45 to 52.50. That's going to be important. If they can clear that 53.45 cash gap, this is over, in my opinion. And then you have another monster above that and a monster above that. So we've left some substantial cash gaps. This guy stayed intact, 51.01 to 64, but there was another one that got dipped down. In fact, it dipped it yesterday on the open, cleaned it up, and then rallied because we had quite the later day rally. Dollar index lost. Euro, this is the euro, rallied hard above that 9.4 and hit 110. Quite the rejection off the 110. Keep an eye on this because I'm not convinced that the yen carry trade is unwinding is going to do what everyone thinks it's going to do. Nvidia's up 3, Nasdaq's up 140, ES is only up 34, and Dow's up 203, and RTY is only up 15. This one got crushed. So I don't know today. Ideally, what I'd like to see is kind of a dip into the open, at least test this 1822 level, and then resume up. But I'm not convinced as of now that we're going to get the rally that everyone thinks we are. That's what I was expecting, but as of now, it's not acting that way. So it could happen. I don't know. So we will see. I'm apprehensive of taking trades right now. These swings have been enormous. I have taken a few and been okay, but don't stick around if you do, especially today, because this could really go either way, I think. Anyway, stay safe. What a time to be alive.